So this guy Beeple made a meme of the Trump administration, which basically captured the clown show and timeline that we're in. It says, let's all focus on aliens. No Epstein questions, please. American flag. And it has aliens and UFOs in the background. There's J.D. Vance. Trump then talking about aliens, and the Dow was up 50,000 points. And it really is a clown show every day. I was looking at this. This is an actual tweet from Pete Hegseth. And he says, first, alien salute. Based on the tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant departments and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life. This is from Trump. Unidentified aerial phenomena and unidentified flying objects, so UFOs, and any and other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting and important matters. God bless America. So if you ever want to figure out what's going on with the alien situation in Area 51, I guess all of our agencies are going to be doing that.
Something that got a lot of attention this week. Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real?
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it. Do you believe it, Peter?
Well, the president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
We know illegal aliens are real.
It doesn't even seem real, the stuff that we talk about on a day-to-day basis, and you wonder why no one wants to come to USA anymore. And actually, this is out of Canada talking about the basically death of U.S. tourism.
So we're here, we're checked in, and just a matter of waiting. And you know what? There's hardly anybody around. Just look, I'll show you how quiet this airport is right now. This is proof that nobody is traveling to the United States anymore. Just look. Not a soul around. The only people that are around are the people that are going on our flight. And that should tell you something, right? Can you believe this? And one time this place, and this is the United States area. We're not in like an overseas place.
And that just shows you, right? So like the area, and I'm not sure which airport this is in Canada, but saying going to the USA and it's just basically empty, which makes sense. I don't think many Canadians are heading that way. And then there's this guy, his name is Ben Palmer, and this also really captures what's happening in USA.
I have my own hotline for reporting illegal immigrants, and people call it thinking that it's legitimate. I talked to a kindergarten teacher that wants to deport the parents of a kindergartner at her school. And it looks like they have a child who was born in New York, which makes them an American citizen.
Yeah.
So we're looking to deport the parents and leave the child.
Right. Like I said, I don't know if they're here illegally. I just think it's odd, you know? It's just very odd.
What did you say was odd?
It's just odd for them to even be here. Like, I'm a teacher at a school. Okay, I know schools. I know the whole law about schools. I mean, they seem like nice people or whatever, but I looked them up in our files, and I was like, oh, she was born in Honduras, and he's born in El Salvador. So right there, it's like, okay, maybe I'm on the right path. You know, they drop off their kid every day.
So their kid is their kid a student at your school?
Yes. Yes.
One of your
kindergarten.
Okay, so now you want to get his parents deported?
Well, I'm just saying that if they're taking up resources from our county,
okay.
I'm not into illegal people being here.
I mean, if the son's in kindergarten, what, is 6 or 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's probably like 5 or 6.
And they was born in New York, so that means, assumingly, they've been in America for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go ahead and just remove them.
Are you like questioning that, or what do you know?
Yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just writing this down for my own
Okay.
personal notes, and my supervisor teaches at school wants kindergarten child's parents deported.
You make it sound terrible. You make it sound like it's terrible, but...
Oh, well, I'm just writing down what you're telling me.
Okay.
And when you listen to this stuff, it just really exposes the people in USA. Now, this isn't everybody, but this is the kind of way they think, oh, well, I figured out that someone's born in another country and there's this kid in kindergarten and I just really want to get rid of the parents. Like if you actually listen to the words they say, and if you want to watch the rest of Ben's thing, you can, but it, you put this together with the stuff that Trump says, and you kind of get sort of these logic and moral, you could go to say, areas that these people reside in. I'll leave it at that.
Without tariffs, what would you do? You know what? Everybody would be bankrupt. Everybody. The whole country would be bankrupt. And I have to wait for this decision. I've been waiting forever. And the language is clear that I have the right to do it as president. I have the right to put tariffs on for national security purposes, countries that have been ripping us off for years. You know what they were doing? Using tariffs.
I've been waiting for so long. Oh yeah, it's like a South Park character, and I've been progressively noticing that Trump and his people are losing it. I mean, we're watching it live, and we may get a ruling from the Supreme Court possibly as early as maybe tomorrow, perhaps, maybe even today. It says U.S. tariff revenue at risk, and Supreme Court ruling tops $175 billion. That's according to Penn Wharton. This is actually my school, and Trump went to school there too, and so did Elon. But the thing is with this stuff is that that is a lot of money that would need to be refunded, basically. And I've told you guys this several times. There is going to be a whole fight and a whole mess to get your money back, right? And I think the next 2 years, if they do overturn this thing, will be like, hey, where's my money? Seriously, where's my money, right? $175 billion. It's like real money that we're talking about here. And then maybe Trump will say, hey, guys, I'm just going to print a bunch of money, right? And think of what that's going to do to the economy. I mean, this whole thing is completely whacked out.
Tariffs! Can you believe it? It said tariffs. And I got to be before a court. Can you believe it? This is like men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody. I have a new one to add, voter ID. The Democrats don't want to give us voter ID because they want to cheat. The only way they can cheat is if they, look, we can stop them so easy. You know what they say? We don't want voter ID because it's racist. Okay? That's a good one. It's racist, no.
President Yoon in Korea pulled the same kind of crap that Trump was doing, just making all kinds of stuff up, listening to all kinds of crazy right-winger podcasts, YouTubers, or whatever. And then, we give these like whacked out things with no evidence. That's the key, no evidence. And then ultimately what happened is he called martial law, talking about in Korea. And then the judgment was just handed down. We talked about before on the channel, got life in prison. That's how you normally handle these kind of people who just do this just crazy whacked out crap. And I think he's going to really, really lose it if the Supreme Court goes against him. And we're going to find out very shortly. So we'll see.
Well, you know what the critics would say. They'd say that the credibility factor is the Trump name and the Trump White House, and that everyone, is here to curry favor.
I think, again, the great irony is they didn't give us much of a choice. When you had they created this monster. When you had either one of us could have called any banker in New York over the last 20 years and gotten a loan for a building, and we just realized we were sort of the top of the Ponzi scheme that was banking.
This guy's so weird talking about Ponzi's and stuff. And for me, whenever I see these people, the Trump kids, I always think they're on something. And I'll be curious if you guys think it's the same. I've heard Donnie Jr. always say, I'm not on anything. He'll seriously say that kind of stuff. So you always wonder what they're on. Because their movements, their speech, they're just whacked out. And here they're talking about corruption. And now the corruption's in the open, and even Sky News was talking about the corruption. You got to watch this one. This one's absolutely nuts.
Would you buy crypto from FIFA sold by Gianni Infantino? Should a sports governing body even have its own currency? This is Infantino's next big move.
When I first heard that, would you buy crypto from FIFA? Like, okay, I already know who's involved with this stuff. I mean, you guys get a sense of it. And FIFA's been actually, just be frank with you guys, FIFA's been corrupt for years, so it makes sense that they would partner with Trump. And then you got a picture of the FIFA dude wearing the Trump hat here. Listen to a bit more of this. I guess, yes, FIFA crypto could be a thing.
Saying they are studying the development of a FIFA token and a FIFA coin, a real potential global currency serving the 6 billion football fans worldwide. That's just a couple of billion short of the entire world's population. What's maybe more intriguing is who the boss of world football has been discussing this with, where he announced it, at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. Now, We know Infantino's close to the US president, organising this year's World Cup, but this was at a private event there, run with the Trump family's own crypto venture, World Liberty Financial. So Donald Jr. and Eric Trump were there.
It's funny. Even the news guy, you know, over at Sky can't even really talk about this seriously because it's so stupid. Like, it's so obviously corruptly stupid. It's just, is this our real world? Is this where we're at right now? And it's like, here's a Trump kid, I guess, cheering on crypto and FIFA crypto now.
But also involved as CEO, Zach Witkoff. He's the son of Trump's special envoy to the Middle East, the tycoon Steve Witkoff. So why is Infantino involved? It's further intertwining him with the Trump family. He opened a FIFA office in New York at Trump Tower and another office in Florida close to Mar-a-Lago. He was also with Trump and Witkoff Sr. today, wearing one of the president's hats. Now, Eric Trump himself has denied any ethical issues about the crypto plans, saying the Ponzi scheme is traditional banking who cancelled people for political reasons. Should FIFA be involved in crypto? Infantino only says it's a pillar in a mission to make football more inclusive, fair and entertaining. He always says money generated goes back into football. But cryptocurrencies are a risk. The valuations can fluctuate, and ultimately fans could be out of pocket.
So I want to hear from football fans in Europe and otherwise. Do you want crypto and FIFA to be mixing together, and then with the Trumps as well? And I'm actually not sure if people in Europe are boycotting FIFA because of the involvement with the Trumps. I'd actually be curious to hear you guys' thoughts on that one.
I decided to go to Iraq, and I flew to Iraq. I was extremely brave. In fact, so brave I wanted to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor. I said to my people, am I allowed to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor? And, you know, I've given out so many to guys that are seriously brave. I mean, they come in with the arms are missing, the legs are missing. The stories are so unbelievable. And I said, no, it's a little stretch if I gave myself one of them. But it's one of those things. Someday I'm going to try. I'm going to test the law. Brandon, I'm going to say, let's give it a shot. Maybe I'll win in court after everyone sues me, after radical left lunatics sue me. Now watch. The fake news, you know I'm having fun. The fake news will say, Donald Trump wants to give himself the Congressional Medal of Honor. But he was rebuffed by the audience, who stood up and booed the hell out of him. No, they say that kind of stuff.
I mean, we say that kind of stuff because you say that kind of stuff, and you're supposed to be the president of the United States, but you just act like a clown nonstop. And all I have to do is this, you know, we talk about this stuff on a daily basis, be it the economy, be it, you know, the culture, be it your followers. I just show you what they say, and you can hear it with your own words, you know, who these people are. And it's obvious. This is absolutely nuts. And it's no wonder why people don't want to come to the USA anymore. I totally understand. And I even find it more nuts that now FIFA wants to do crypto and any number of things that we talk about in today's video. So please share your thoughts on this. Please be careful out there. And I just want to say this, you are not alone. I still try to stay sane, and we try to keep each other sane in this completely whacked out world. So I'll catch you all in the next video.